All right. There we go. Good morning. We are live. It is now October 30th. One more day to Halloween. Fun, exciting. Trying to get in a little spooky mood, right? So obviously we have a couple added things today. And if you don't see what's up today, you might want to get those eyes checked because it's very, very obvious. All right, so today we're going to work on some obviously a little bit more advanced stretches than we usually do. And that's our Friday thing, right? So we stretch during the week. Friday we try to test ourselves and see how far we can go and see if we've improved. So that's today's job. I'm just going to adjust the camera slightly because I want you to be able to see the floor just a little bit more. New camera, so obviously the positioning tends to get a little bit different. So let's come up here and let us just give a little, just a tiny, that was really too tiny, right? Like it always bounces back. There you go. That, folks, is a stretch reflex. Okay, so there we go. That's a little bit better. Now you can see everything properly. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're all excited for the weekend. Now, we stay hydrated, water, and of course, the brain. Gotta have coffee. Now remember guys, coffee, just a little something to make you feel better. Coffee's not bad for you. In a cup of coffee, 8-ounce cup of coffee, there is 3 calories. That's it, right? Now, where you get in trouble is what you add to the coffee, right? So if you pump it full of sugar or heavy creamers or, you know, those flavor creamer things that are full of sugar, obviously not good. But, you know, coffee itself is not the culprit. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In order to do a couple of the advanced stuff, we're going to work on a few of the basics, okay? So first thing we're going to do, obviously we're going to work on the hamstring because like I said, that's key to the back, okay? Now, yes, for this one, we're going to do the basic hamstring stretch, right? So leg is straight, back is straight. So remember, we're doing that pull in the back as well, right? It's very important that we pull both sides of those hamstrings now that you know that, right? So now we're going to lean forward. And we lean forward towards the leg that's out, right? So you could lean forward here, right? That's not really a problem. I tend to like to lean towards the toe because I kind of get a gauge for how far I go, but that's fine too. Right? What's important, right, is that your back is straight. If your back slouches, then you're doing it wrong. There we go. Remember, if you're feeling more tension in the knee than you are everywhere else, you got to get that back up. This should be a one-shot deal. And relax. Good. Right? So we don't want you to bounce down. Right? So we go up, back straight, good, and we lean. Good. Toes pointing up, doesn't have to be extreme. Well then, something fell. Was it the lights? There's the lights. Yeah, I was worried about that. George, drop the lights. Really, George? You had one job. Come on now. All right. So, good. Got the hamstrings. Don't worry, we're going to do more of those hamstrings. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull these down. We're going to stretch out these guys right here, okay? So, we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to bring them as close as we can. And with our elbows, we're going to try to push our knees down a little bit. And relax. Good. Back straight. Like I realize it's hard because you kind of bent over to get the elbows on the knees. But back straight as much as you can. All right, good. Relax it. Now we're going to do another one. Look at this guy. Gets attention in one video, and then all of a sudden he thinks he's a star. Hey? Hey, little bum? I got you. Come here. You want? What do you want? Ready? We are busy. Can't you see we're in the middle of something here? Ready? Yeah, just lay down over there. All right, so let's try that again. Bring the feet in and push them down. Unfortunately, folks, this is live television. So you'll get a cattail once in a while. Hey, hey! Don't. Try to avoid you getting cut cat butt in your face. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Okay. You have to at least get your bum out of the camera. It's rude to show your bum to the camera. Boy, you think that guy had no manners. All right, now we've done both sides. Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to put a little bit more pressure on one side at a time, okay? So remember, we're not going far. We're just pushing it down. Good. We're relaxing and back. Nice. You guys are doing great. Here we go. Another one. And back. Good. Other side. Here we go. Down. And back up. Good. Another one. Down. And back up. Perfect. You guys are doing great. All right. So now we're going to stretch out the glutes. Okay. So you remember this one? So again, it's as if you're sitting like this, but we're removing that back leg. Right? There we go. Now we're going to try to get our chest to our knee. Your back is going to bend a little bit at the bottom portion of this, but that's okay. What's important is that you're keeping it straight for the most part while you're holding its weight, right? Because up here, you're holding the weight. And then as you come down here, your arms are going to hold your weight. Don't worry about it too much, okay? So one arm down, good. Other arm, perfect. Now you're going to feel that stretch on that glute. Deep breath, right? Relax. And we're in. Perfect. And we'll come up from there. Very nice. Doing a great job. All right, now we'll do the other side. Okay? So same thing. Right? And now we come down. So now in this position, obviously I can show you, you're going to feel it right along there. Right running up that leg. Nice. Doing great. Deep breath. Perfect. Good. You guys are doing awesome. How you feeling? I hope you're feeling okay. Just going to check one more thing. Sorry, folks. Live TV with a camera, you know, that's how it goes. All right, everything seems fine. Perfect. Okay, so now, how you feeling? You doing okay? Right. I realize it's a little bit different today. Okay, so here's the other thing we're going to do now. We're going to try, now this is going to be tight. We're going to try to get all of this together. Right? So now we're getting our hamstrings, right? Along with our, well, geez, the inner thighs. Why? Man, I'm having brain fart. Anyway, back straight, right? And now we're going to try to sit forward a little bit. Nice. There we go. The groin. Good Lord. Had a rough night's sleep, everybody. That's what happens. When you don't sleep, I tell you, your body reacts. It does not like it. So, yeah, I had a very, very terrible night's sleep. So if I'm a little bit foggy this morning, I apologize. All right, ready? Another one. Back straight. Good. And forward. Perfect. Now we're going to do a bigger one of this standing up. But for now, this is the stage to open it up with, right? So you're going to feel some of that tension in those hip flexors. We got to relax. Remember to relax that. That's why we're using our hands, right? Use that to pull ourselves forward. So we can relax those hip flexors. Good. So that was a little bit tough, I know, but that's okay. You're doing great. Now we're going to do some for the back, okay? So we're going to start off with the cobra stretch. So laying down flat on your stomach. Your hands are going to be like this, okay? So palms down, you're pronated. And then you're merely going to lift up like that, right? So you get that nice bend in the back and bring that head up, right? Now, you're not supposed to force it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to bring it up as comfortably as you can get it so that you can relax in that position. I don't want you pulling up so hard that you're getting pain and you can't relax. Good. Perfect. Do you want to do one more? For good measure? Sure. All right. Up we go. And down. Good. You guys are doing great. All right, time for some child's pose. So we're going to bring our knees in. Right? So we're starting off in this position. Then we're going to come down in the back, right? So bring our hips all the way down and sit down on your heels. And once you get here, you can finger crawl your way a little bit deeper. Good, just like that. Perfect. Now, if you're having a little bit of mobility issues, in other words, you can only come this far, lower down in front, but then try to challenge yourself and still finger crawl your way back, okay? So this is the Friday advanced stuff. We're trying to go a little bit further than the stuff we did during the week. There we go. Doing great. All right, perfect. Nice. How you feeling? Excellent. Keep up the good work. You're doing great. Okay, so we're going to do a cat stretch now. You ready? So like a cat, right? We're bending that back. Nice and controlled though, right? And back here. So now we're going to lift up. Right? So we're kind of combining the child's pose and the cobra stretch together. And we're just going to do a few of these. Let's do 5. Right. We get it up, and we come down. Good. 2 more to go. There's one, and one last one. Good. Perfect. Good stuff. You guys doing great. Okay. Next we're going to work on is the shoulder. Okay, so we're going to lay on our side. And that shoulder, we're going to do the windmills. So, again, you can be up on an elbow like this. You can be down like this if you have a little bit of trouble holding yourself up on that shoulder. Okay, but if you are holding this up, make sure it's straight, right? We're not out here, because that's going to cause pressure. We're not in here. We're nice and straight. Gravity will do the work. All right, here we go. Windmills. Up and around and back. And if you notice, remember, we're letting the arm dictate the position of the hand. The hand will rotate comfortably with the arm. I'm trying to get these windmills. And when we do it, we're reaching, right? We reach up. Reach. There we go. Nice. Good. 2 more to go. All right. You're going to feel that tingling in those fingertips. Oh, look who's back again. You back again, you bum? Hey? He's cute, but he's trouble. All right, now we're going to go the other way. Obviously, my enormously long body, right, is a pain in the butt. You can just turn around. I just don't want to show my keys through the camera. I mean, listen, I can't tell the cat not to show his butt to the camera, then I do it. That would just be a hypocrite, right? Nice. Doing great. Halfway there. There's 5 already. We're going to go for 10. Remember, 10 is an arbitrary number, guys. 10 is what we do just in order to keep track so we don't do it endlessly. 2 more to go. But you can do as many as you want. And as many as you comfortably can do. If you end up doing 7, 7's great. Right? If you end up doing 11, 11's great. It's whatever you're comfortably doing. Especially when you're doing something like a stretch. So that's a dynamic stretch. What you want to do is you want to feel yourself loosened up. So for example, let's say the shoulder rolls. You may as well do while we talk. Right? Now you might not feel, if you do let's say 2 or 3, you might not feel the relaxation that you really are shooting for. You say, you know what, I still feel tight. Okay, now I'll go for a couple more. Right? Really big rolls and say, yeah, okay, now I'm starting to feel that opening up in the muscles, right? Because it's important that we feel the stretch. So we feel relaxed. So when we're relaxing, and say you're doing a child's pose, and you're trying to relax into the stretch, okay? But you still feel tense. You can't get to that relaxed state yet. You gotta try to let it go. And relax, let those stresses disappear. We're going to do a relaxation one right after this, the end of this, specifically for that reason, right? Teetering on meditation, but a really way to understand how to release those stresses in your body. Okay, so it's really, really important. Good. So before we do that, we got a couple more of our difficult stretches to do. Okay, so here's one we're going to do. The next 2 are going to be pretty hard, and I might get a little bit chopped off at the top of the camera because of what we're going to do, but that's okay. It's what we want, right? That's why we're challenging ourselves. So, this is called the downward dog. Now, some of you might be really good at it. Some of you, like me, with tight hamstrings, going to have a little bit of difficulty. Here's what you're going to do. Easiest way to do it is start on your hands and knees, right? And get up and straighten your legs. Now you want to try to relax into this. And you're going to feel a big stretch along those hamstrings. Right? So that's going to pull a lot on the legs. But it's going to be a little bit harder to hold because your arm's going to hold your body up. Right? I know. It's tough. And when are you really going to use this in your life? You're not. Right? But it's an advanced way to put a little bit of extra tension on the legs and stretch out the calves. Again, you don't need to do this. If you're having difficulty doing it, don't worry about it. This is a little bit, again, Friday, advanced stretches, right? So here we go. You ready? And we try to keep the back as straight as we can. See my fatigue makes my back bend. So if you're too tired and you can't keep that back straight, you gotta make sure that you try or stop, okay? So here we go. We're gonna try one more. You're gonna go up. Good. Nice. Now, if you have to, guys, you can open it up. It's not so bad, right? And we'll get closer over time. Perfect. You don't have to hold it for long, right? It's 10 seconds maximum. Okay, one more tough one, and then we're going to go into the relaxation, okay? So the tough one, we're kind of standing up. I'm obviously sort of squatting while I'm telling you this, okay? And we're going to work out our groin area. Here we go, yeah? So you have adductor muscles down here and abductor muscles over here. They also need to be stretched out. But we also want to do it with the back, okay? So here we go. This is going to put tension on your hip flexors. And that's what we're stretching out. Okay? So down we go. Good, now you're going to feel it run up the inside of your legs, and you're going to feel it up here in the hips. And we just relax there. And done. Perfect. Good. Now, if you need to, you can bring your legs in, right? If you're feeling really fatigued in this position, or you can stay right. So remember now, it's important to point your toes forward, right? You don't want them pointing outward because you're going to put tension on those hips more than you need to, right? We've done the ankle circles. The ankles you see are flexible enough to do this. They're pointing forward, okay? Here we go. And down again. Remember, once we're here, we relax. And if you feel like you're going to fall, let it be forward because your hands are there. And you can just catch yourself. Oh, right? If you need to, you can put your hands on something to hold you up and still get the effect. All right. And done. Now, remember, when we bring it in, we go slow because we've stretched out those muscles, okay? You guys are doing great. So one last big relaxation exercise. This is purely for relaxation, okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. Lay down nice and flat. Perfect. And now you're laying down with intent. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to relax. And let your feet kind of fall naturally. And you're going to turn your palms upwards. So you're going to be supinated in the palms. Right? So now you're just laying there. Now we're going to start with the feet. And we're going to work our way up, okay? We're going to release the tension in our legs. So first we start at the calves. Even if you've got to shake it out, that's fine. Then the thighs. Close your eyes while you're doing this. And breathe, right? And we're going to let go of the arms. So the arms are going to slide a little bit. Deep breath. Good. Right? And really let yourself relax. Now when you get up to the head, really relax. And as you're breathing, let gravity, you can feel gravity on your head, on your face, right? Just let go. Right? You can feel that level of relaxation right into your cheeks and your forehead, and your neck. Right? And we just relax. Now that we've got the whole body, let's take 3 deep breaths, okay? There's one that releases some of that tension. Really good. One more. Right? So now we released a lot of tension, and not just physical tension, but stress too, right? So those deep breaths. All right, guys, you can slowly start to come out of it and kind of wake yourself up before I have you falling asleep on me, right? But it's very important to relax yourself in that state, right? And one of the things about breathing and relaxation, which is why I always say it in stretching, is if you ever notice when you go through a stressful situation, forget about physical stress, you go through a stressful situation, the first thing your body does instinctively is take a huge breath. Wow, that was something, right? You have these big, big breaths. So it's important to be relaxed. And not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Stress, your body. So here's the thing about your body. Your body responds to the stress you put it under. So just as your muscles respond by getting bigger and stronger by the stress of working out, right? Your brain will respond positively or negative to the type of stress that you put under. Your heart responds, right? So you hear people that they look fit, but they have heart attacks. Why? Because they're under so much stress. Their heart is beating
unbelievably hard to try to relieve itself of that stress, right? So whenever you can, guys, deep breath, chill out, right? It's Friday, it's Halloween, candy's coming around the corner. Don't feel bad about eating the candy. Listen, anyone who says they're not eating candy either has no personality or is lying. That's the reality of the situation, right? It's Halloween. Kids are going to have candy. You're going to have candy to give to the kids. Be safe. It is the time of COVID. So, hey, make sure that we're really safe when we hand out candies. We make sure we're safe with if your own kids are going out, make sure they're safe. Hide around the house like at Easter, right? Even outside in the dark so the kid can get that spooky feel. But just be safe and have fun, enjoy yourself. Don't stress, right? Stress is negative. We don't like that. So that being said, guys, happy Halloween. Have a great weekend. We'll stay back here on Monday. All right. Bye.